All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashon on the tongue. I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles of Akim Akbaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a outside lesson of this news updates of the earthquakes in diverse places as of June the 8th, 2026 on this Monday. It's the book of Second Esdras. Because ever since yesterday, you've been having those heavy aftershocks of earthquakes over there in the Philippines. I believe one was like a 5.5. I would say from a range from like from a 4.1 all the way to like a 5.5, and then they've been having like increasing aftershocks of that major earthquake over there in the Philippines, over there in Mandaue. I think it's Mandaue, the Philippines. That's the name of it. And then that was a 8.2 earthquake hit over there. And then you had like 4 aftershocks after that major earthquake. Both of them was like it was like 3, almost like a 6.0, and then one was like a 6.1, then a 6.2, and a 6.3. And then after that, as of today, you've been having heavy aftershocks of it, not like a 4.7 to a 5 Richter scale. So that lets you know we're going to be seeing more and more of these uptick of modern day earthquakes in diverse places. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 2. It says, then thou shalt understand it is a very same time wherein the highest was the Heavenly Father will begin to visit the world which He made. Right, so we start to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth now. So whenever, especially with these weather-like conditions, these tornadoes, earthquakes, landslides, floodings, famines, pest collection, etc. But definitely, particularly with these earthquakes.
You want it? Give me that gun. So I can put a bullet up your ass.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 3. It says, therefore, when there should be seeing earthquakes, uproars people world. Right, so more increasing earthquakes in the uproars people world that we see in our world today on a daily basis. And this is the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. It says, there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so that's the main key word, earthquakes in diverse places, that Yahushua spoke about 2,000 years ago. Now it's being mentioned and being shown forth for these times. So we're going to be seeing a high magnitude of these earthquakes in diverse places. And then I believe this is like the second largest earthquake that's like an 8.0 or higher ever since last year of, I would say around this time, but it was in July though, like in the middle of July, because I remember that. It was like an 8.8 earthquake over there in Russia last July. And then like a year later, you had like a 8.2 earthquake over there in the Philippines. So that kind of caught me off guard. When I seen that, I checked on my news feed. I said, man, 8.2, that's huge. Because at first, it was reported like a 7.8 at first. And then it was like an 8.0, then an 8.1, then it went up to like an 8.2. It says, Matthew 24, verse 7, read it again. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, which goes to Ethnos. It says, and there shall be famines and pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, right along with it. And this is the gospel of Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, in great earthquakes, why so more and more great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall be heavy. Why so the Heavenly Father showing us these increasing uptick of great signs should I be from heaven, and fearful sights should I be from heaven. That's what we're seeing. And we've been seeing these chariot sightings, all these different type of signs that Yahweh Shemashah showing us in the skies, and the signs, the sun, the moon, the stars as well too, and upon the earth right along with that as well too. So that's an indicator He's going to make His presence known. He's going to make a full visitation on the planet Earth now. So whenever, like it says in our 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. So in the book of 2nd Esdras, 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, even so the times also the highest was the Heavenly Father Yahweh had plain beginning and powerful works and the effects of signs. Right, so the Heavenly Father showed He's mentioned through Ezra, the Heavenly Father speaking through Ezra, the prophet Ezra, about these in the effects of signs, plain beginning and powerful works and the effects of signs as well too. And we're seeing signs of that, This is the book of Psalms 8, Psalms 18 verse 7. So these are plain beginning and powerful works and effective signs. The earthquakes is all part of that as well too. is the book of Psalms 18. Wait for this to load up. Yeah, it's the book of Psalms 18 and verse 7. It says, then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations also the hills moved with shaking plus its rock. Right, because you look up the definition of W-R-O-T-H, which is our rock, which is angry, because you know the Heavenly Father's angry with wicked every day, like it says in the book of Isaiah 48 verse 22. That's why he's a righteous man's power, like it says in the book of Ecclesiastes 14. That's why he visits the earth with these weather-like conditions for mercy and for righteous sake as well too. Yeah, that's, you know, he's a righteous balanced power. So we're going to see the Heavenly Father with the great shaking. Because we're going to see the Heavenly Father with the great shaking with these, with these earthquakes. We're seeing signs of them. This is the book of Isaiah. Yeah, it's the book of Isaiah chapter. Yeah, it's the book of Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. Wait for it to load up. Yeah, Isaiah 29 and verse 16. It says, thou shalt be visited of our folks, with thunder and with earthquake, and great noise, storms, and tempests, and the flame by fire. Right, storm and tempest, and flame by fire. The visitation that we have by Shema Shah. So he's going to visit earth whatsoever the prophet Isaiah has mentioned. So I'm going to check out the earthquake tracker. Yeah, so this was the, that's from June the 7th. I'm trying to get to one that's June the 8th. Yeah, check the latest earthquake tracker. Yeah, so most likely those is like aftershocks of it. Yeah, you had this is from the latest earthquake.usgs.gov. And then you had a 2.6 earthquake. I would say that's over there in Hawaii. And then you had a 5.3 earthquake, 19 kilometers of Ramitali, Philippines, 4.9 earthquake. So you had like, about extra about 2 or 3 more aftershocks, about 3 or 4 aftershocks of that. And then you had a 5.5 earthquake in southern mid-Atlantic ridge. And then you had a 5.2 earthquake. That was another aftershock. Then a 5.5 earthquake on the Philippines. So you had at least about what I would say as of today, about like 6 or 7 aftershocks of it. From a Richter scale, it's like 4.7 to like 5.2 or 5.3 or 5.4. It says continue on. Yeah, so most of these was like aftershocks. Yeah, most of these was like aftershocks. Yeah, so you had like a 8 plus. You had about like 8 plus aftershocks of earthquakes and that large earthquake from yesterday. So it's supposed to Luke 21 and verse 11, then I'll close out. Yeah, I spoke about Luke 21. Yeah, I spoke about Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, in great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Right, so on a daily basis, we're going to be seeing these great earthquakes in diverse places, in various places in diverse places. It says, in great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall be heaven. Right, so it's going to be a fearful sights and great signs shall be from heaven that Yahushua is going to show us. That's only going to continue to increase. So with that, this was just a quick outside lesson of the earthquakes in diverse places, news updates as of June the 8th, 2026 on this Monday. So hopefully this was edifying through the spirit of God, grace and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bapak Nagash, and the Heavenly Father, his name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashon Holy Tongue. And I say Barakah to the elders and apostles, Akim, or Akwaf. Until next time, I would say Kwame Sharala. and Abba Ball and Shalom.